Hey guys, so you can see I'm not in my house. I'm not in my crib no more. I'm trying to see what works and what don't work, and I'm also trying to get myself out of the house because that house is getting to me. So I'm trying to see like things that I can do outside of my house because I'm literally across the street from the crib. If you hear any noises, I sincerely apologize in advance. I know how loud Philly can be. That's where I'm at. Unfortunately, they're loud, and I live across the street from a hospital. Oh my gosh, I didn't think this through at all whatsoever. But anyways, we're gonna get into the video. Just so I don't waste y'all time too much. If you guys see me looking down, I always want to give you guys a little reminder. I don't think I've been giving it. Oh, I've been giving it, but I haven't been putting it in the videos actually. But if I look down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So people say that Fiona gave everything up for love. But did she really though? Like, let's really talk about how her life was already controlled before Shrek even came into the picture. Fiona was literally locked in a tower since she was 7 years old, and she got rescued at around 30 years old. I don't think that's a fairy tale, y'all. And then to come to find out, the fairy godmother orchestrated the entire thing just because she wanted her son to be king. She wanted her son to marry Fiona. Okay, let me break it down for y'all. For the people that don't know, she wanted her son. So assuming that Prince Charming and Fiona are around the same age, she wanted her son to save Fiona and marry her so that he can take over far, far away, can move far, far away. Um, thing is that it didn't work obviously because Shrek shaved them first, and I've always wondered what the fuck was oh my gosh, I'm cursing. What the heck Prince Charming was doing in the midst of it all? Like literally, like I'm trying to like think about it. He wasn't even around Shrek 1.
Tell y'all right now. First of all, I'm about to keep whatever clips that I've said in my video. I'm gonna keep it there. But I definitely came up with my own storyline, and I'm not the only one who thought what I thought. Like I literally thought that the fairy godmother orchestrated the entire thing. Like since Fiona was about 7 years old. No, she came in when we seen her. We seen her in Shrek 2. She came in on Shrek 2. Did not create the entire thing, orchestrate the entire thing. Literally, when we met her is when they met. I kind of wish it was like that though, but apparently that was a theory. It wasn't real. It was just a theory. What I was gonna say, the point I wanted to correct myself. So, the parents, she was basically okay. Fiona was basically born with the curse. Okay, they never mentioned who cursed her. They never said, oh, so and so came by and gave her a curse and poisoned her. So it was never really mentioned. We just know that she was just cursed since she was a baby. So therefore, she was, in my eyes, she was practically born with it. She had it for as long as she could remember. It's a part of her. Um, and the parents being exactly what we said, what we know, them being fucking dickheads, and I'm cursing, oh my gosh, but them, being embarrassed and not wanting the image to be messed up and not wanting the town to know what's wrong with Fiona and things like that and what's going on with the royal family, they hit her, they locked her up. And that was their own doing. The fairy godmother was like, I know that you don't want your daughter to marry an ogre, and I know that you don't want your daughter to be an ogre either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a cure as long as your daughter marries my son so that he can be king. And then that's when they tried to like find like ways to like keep them separated and so.
Really? Like literally, we didn't meet Prince Charming until Shrek 2. His ass was a few weeks late. Literally a few weeks late. Like so, it's just like I don't think she really set it up perfect. Like she didn't set it up perfectly. When the parents went to um the fairy godmother for help, they weren't even going to really save Fiona for real. Let's really talk about how they really went to the godmother to save face. They didn't want Fiona to be out in the public. They didn't want the public to know that Fiona was half ogre, half human. They didn't want. They literally wanted to hide her.
The father was half human, half frog. He wasn't even human himself. Honestly, she probably wasn't even motherfucking cursed. She probably got the goddamn thing from him. It's his genetics.
Fiona was dealing with Stockholm syndrome. So that means the victim was basically still praising the fucking abuser and still have and had love for the abuser. Me personally, I would have been really angry, like very angry to the point where I wouldn't have even introduced Shrek to my parents. Like it wouldn't have even been that thing. But the thing is that Fiona is so used to, not even used to. She was 7 years old, so she was manipulated for decades. Fiona, she was used to it because she's seen her friends, her princess friends, go through the same thing. She's seen her princess friends get taken away at a young age, and they all had to deal with these things. It's true. Like even in Shrek 3, because that's when they was trying to get Ari to take over the kingdom, and that's when Prince Charming wanted to he literally imprisoned all of the princesses just so that he can kill Shrek, which is like okay. But those princesses that was in jail with her, they were literally all going through the same thing that Fiona went through. Like literally, I forgot who it was, but I'm gonna show a clip where one of the princesses was like, "Well, now we wait," and they all just sat there looking pretty. And Fiona was like, "What the fuck y'all on? Like, we gonna do it? Like we already dealt with this for decades. We gonna do this again? Sit down and wait." I sat down and waited for ages. We gonna fight. We gonna figure it out. Long story short, I would have been pissed off at my parents. They wouldn't have been able to see me. I would say she was ready to get the heck out of there when Shrek in Shrek 3, when he changed his appearance and he was nowhere to be found. She was like, "Oh my gosh, we're Shrek. We gotta go home," because she was just she felt out of place. She was like, "Oh my gosh, my parents." Like, I think that's when she realized that they don't really have her best interest at heart. Um, but yeah, she was very manipulated for a very long time, and I'm glad that she finally opened her eyes. But she still had love for them, like, and that's you have love for the people that hurt you the most, and it's usually family that hurt you the most. But me, I hold grudges. Okay, as much as I remember there was a few times where I claimed that I didn't hold grudges. I was like, I don't hold grudges, and the next thing you know, I'm still pissed off. I hold fucking grudges. I cannot. No, I'm not that forgiving. So back to the question, the original statement. I don't feel like Fiona gave anything up for Shrek. I feel like, or love, or period. I feel like she just escaped everything, and Shrek helped her with that escape. I really feel like Fiona is definitely the emotional backbone. Like, she reassures Shrek constantly. She doesn't switch up on him, and she stays patient when he's spiraling. I feel like she's probably like a good person for him, because in relationships you always need that person that keep you mellow. Like there's always somebody who's on 10 all the time. But you always need somebody who's like who could reach like a good 6 or 7. 6, 7. That shit is so I fucking oh my gosh, we just got finished not hearing that. Anyways, but yeah, I feel like they're a good match. It's just I do wish that Shrek was a little bit more considerate. Fiona goes through things just as much as Shrek. Basically, they go through the same thing. It's just that they handle things differently. Shrek tells the world, and he makes it everybody else's problem, and not really, but Fiona, she keeps it in and she deals with it alone. And we haven't really had her, because it's about Shrek. We mainly have Shrek's point of view, but we don't really have her like have a moment where she's like, "Oh my gosh," like unraveling. Shrek is words for Fiona to walk away from, not in a perfect fairy tale way, but it's I'd rather be free with a complicated, bitter man who is still processing his emotions than to be in a castle with people who locked me up in there, away, locked me up in there, locked me away for the image. And honestly, I said Shrek. Fiona don't really need Shrek to become herself. Like both of their stories are about self acceptance, but they didn't really need the relationship to figure themselves out. Thank you guys for tuning in with my mumbo jumbo. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my social medias, guys. Follow my TikTok mainly. That's where I will mainly be, where I'm talking to you guys. You will get early input on conversations. Yeah, deuces.